Hey everyone, this is Duncan from Artomotion with a quick tutorial on how to upload your Blender file to the Artomotion service so that you can start earning royalties for your Blender skills. So I want to put a quick shout out to the artists who've helped so far with teething problems getting the upload form working. So a shout out to Darren and a big hello to Roman. You know, the value of this service, I think, will obviously be in the quality of the templates and the creative output of the Blender community. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what people can come up with, the kind of the ideas that people have for customizable video. So there's an unpublished link at the moment. If you go to Artomotion.com/artist, you'll be able to go and basically sign up as an artist, register, keep an eye on your templates, all that sort of thing. So let me just quickly go there now. So basically you go to /artist and you'll be asked to log in. If you don't have a username and password, you just click register and it takes you through a very simple registration form. We've got the ability to upload a profile image. You don't need to do that at registration. You can choose to do that later, and we haven't implemented artist profiles yet anyway, so probably not much point in doing it now. So once you have been kind of registered, and once I've upgraded you to the artist permission levels, you'll be able to go in and have a look at your own dashboard. The dashboard at the moment is fairly simple. It just shows a list of your templates that you've uploaded. You can upload a new template, you can view your profile, you can view any kind of payments that have been made and log out. But what we're interested today is on how to upload a new template. But before I get into that, I thought I'd just kind of show you how you prepare your Blender file to get started. So here's a file that Darren uploaded earlier this week. It's basically the client enters a string of text and chooses a background color and a foreground color, and they get a nice kind of fly-in logo, the classic motion graphics 101 that you need for 1,000,001 purposes. So to prepare your Blender file, you should be at 30 frames a second, and you can just choose from the render presets the 720p, and you'll see that gives you your 1280 by 720 dimensions, and then basically choose OGG Theora as your kind of output format. You should make sure, unfortunately there's a limitation of Artomotion that you can only render basically from your default scene from frame 1. So you can't have multiple scenes in a Blender file. If anyone has any kind of ideas on how you could do that, that would be kind of interesting without making the I guess the scripting backend too complex. So let's jump back into the form, and I'll choose to upload a new template. I'll just zoom in a little bit here so we can kind of see a little bit more. So on the upload template page, we just got to note that look, we're still in beta, so please bear with us when there's any issues or problems. We're going for the moment for a 50% royalty between artists and Artomotion. We haven't settled on kind of what are the best pricing ranges and what's the best royalty structure, but at the moment it's basically 50% and a full payment for your royalties on the 15th of the month following the payment clearance. So onto the upload. So basically you just choose a name for what you want to call your video, put in a brief description. I'll just put in junk for the moment, a YouTube preview URL, and it'd be good if I could actually type the word YouTube correctly. I've got YouTube there. So that's basically so that when they go on to view your template, they can get a view of what will the actual output be like when it's with standard customized parameters in it. Upload a sample image to show them basically when they're browsing through the list of templates, they just see kind of a poster shot. So that should be uploaded as a JPEG at 600 pixels by 338. Upload the Blender file, of course, and you can add a sound file. It should be in audio interchange format or AIF format. If you don't have audio, don't panic. Just maybe make some notes somewhere that you need to either you don't want audio, or you don't have one, you want to source one. Now for the form HTML, this is where we get into the guts of how the service links into your file. So basically anything you put in this form HTML will be presented to the customer when they customize the video. And anything that is posted into the form HTML then is available in a variable called script_params in your script file. Do not worry if you don't have the skills to do this. It is perfectly acceptable just to say, please help, and then describe how you want your file to be customized using the web form and what you want it to do when they enter those things. So you can just put a text description in here. If you do have the skills, that would be fantastic. Let me have a look. I'll just go quickly to form HTML. So here's basically just, and it's some input text and 2 color pickers as HTML5, which I'll basically just copy in and, and just paste into there. And I've got some JavaScript in there to basically show the customer what it'll look like as they customize. And then the script file would look like this. And you can see that so there's a text form there which has got a value, which is your name of client_text, which means the script parameters which are available is script_params.client_text. Hardly surprising. So as you can see, there's actually 3 places where I've got script params here. There's the RGB color of the world, the background, and the RGB color of the text itself. And so the simplest example here is I've just basically set whatever the text is sent through run the form under that client_text input field is basically setting, looks for data object called client text, and it sets the text of that text object to whatever the client text coming in. Again, don't worry too much if you don't have the skills to do this. We can do it for you, and it's probably better at this stage that we kind of help people through. We're much more interested in having an interesting range of kind of motion graphics templates that people can choose from. But I'll, oops, sorry, I didn't copy that in. So I'll copy that in. Then you basically choose the number of frames. So remembering that it renders from frame 1, so I'll say 900. So that's a 30-second video at our 30 frames per second. Choose a price for your standard definition and a price for your HD version, and that's the total price. So basically, if you put in $25, then you'll get half of that as a royalty when someone uses an a standard definition version. And then there's basically an I agree, just to acknowledge that you are the rightful owner of all the models used, all the images, the sound files, the fonts, etc. in your blend file. So please don't abuse anyone's copyright for sound files or images or things like that. And keep in mind that if you use stock images, often a stock image license agreement does not allow you to use it in a templating service. So check the conditions. So then, so basically that's it. You choose what your preview image is going to look like, your Blender file, a sound file, put in some customizations or ask for the customizations to be done, and then submit. It submits in draft status. We'll take a look at it, and then once we've fixed it up and run some tests on it and made sure that it's all working, then basically it'll be available as an item on the Artomotion template site. So you can see here I've got my sample video set up here. I've got my text, the client text that the person can enter. So I'll say hello world, and I can choose my background color, and there's a JavaScript that I've added in to basically customize that, and I can choose the most garish colors in the world. There we go. And then so when the client submits that video, then basically there's a render queue that basically picks up your Blender file, makes the customizations, renders it out, and drops it into a link for the customer to come and pick it up. So look, we're really looking forward. We're really hoping that people do come in and expand our library of templates. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the Blender community can come up with in terms of interesting templates. And we're obviously targeting things that people want and need. So have a look at other video templating sites and see the kind of stuff that sells. It's basically things that allow you to often sell product or tell people about a service or something like that. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys can come up with. If you have any kind of feedback or questions, please jump on, get in contact with me. Yeah, we're all in kind of learning how this service is going to go all together. And some of the feedback I've had already has been fantastic. So I do encourage you to submit. Thanks a lot.